Hi Yogi, welcome to Yoga with Alina, and today we have a full hour yin style practice. This one is going to be full body. We'll do a bit more of an upper body than usual, so hopefully you will enjoy that part. And just like always, make sure to grab as many props as you need to make yourself feel comfortable. Set up the space for yourself, and I'll see you on the mat in just a few moments. We're going to start this practice in child's pose. So if you want your knees together, bring the knees together. If you want your knees apart. Find your space on the mat. And then let yourself just be. This is what this practice is about. We're disconnecting from the outside world. There's no more pulling, pushing, no more right or wrong. And we're just bringing ourselves into right here, right now. Getting to know the body, the mind. Start noticing the breath. And if you feel like bringing your Ujjayi breath out into this practice, then start activating that. But I always say you don't necessarily need your Ujjayi breathing for this practice, for this style of yoga. Just deep inhales and long exhales should do the trick. And one thing that we want to make sure is that every single round of breathing counts here. The inhales are there to create more and more space in the body and the mind. The exhales are there to let you in a little deeper. So knowing that, can you keep the breath very, very intentional? Connect to the breath. Commit to the breath. And when you feel ready, set up an intention for the practice. Why are you here? What brought you here? And what is it that's going to keep you on the mat the entire practice? Very personal question. You're only staying here for a couple of more breaths. Knowing that, can you relax into this pose a little bit more? Can you let go of any stress, any tension in your physical body that you can see right now, that you can feel right now? Layer by layer in this practice, we're going to be peeling off that tension, that stress that is built up. And hopefully feel lighter, physically, emotionally, mentally, when we get off the mat today. With your next inhale, start walking the hands back up. You're going to roll up your spine vertebra by vertebra. The head is coming up the last. And once you get at the top, you can circle out your head, your neck direction, doesn't matter. And then reverse the direction, go into the other side. Beautiful job. We're finding stillness. Bring the knees together, tuck the toes under, and sit back on your heels. Make sure that all 10 toes are getting some action here, even the pinky ones. And this is one of the deepest poses that we'll have in today's practice. One of the most challenging poses. With that disclaimer, knowing that, can you find comfort that once you're out of this pose, you won't really see it again today or until the next time you practice? And can you allow yourself to really experience it? This This is a safe space. Let yourself experience whatever emotions, whatever sensations, whatever feelings are coming up as you're starting to hold this posture. And we always speak as if all the emotions and sensations and experiences on the mat should be good or positive or pleasant. It's not really the case. So can you be very honest with yourself? And if you hate me in the moment, I'll take it. But just stay very, very present. This is what this practice is about. Once again, focus on your breath. In and out through the nose, letting the air travel up and down the back of your throat. And staying a bit longer in this posture, I want you to take a mental body scan. What is happening in your body today? Now that you're feeling so much, can you really pay attention? Can you truly observe? Can you truly be present? And very, very slowly, we're going to lean forward, getting ourselves out of this pose and tapping out the tops of the feet. I always say getting out of the poses sometimes gets harder, much harder than getting in actually. So take your time. And only when you feel ready, the tops of the feet are going to stay down. Roll the heels in towards one another and sit back on your heels. Now make sure the heels are not rolling out. They're going to try to, I can guarantee you that much, but you're controlling your body. So set it up right. And then if you need a little bit more, you can use a bolster or a block underneath your knees just to elevate the knees a little bit. That's going to create a bigger angle for you to stretch. And if you're doing that intensified version, make sure the heels are not rolling out. And once you found the pose that you are able to hold for the next almost 3 minutes, less than that now, but still quite a long time, relax your body. Let it melt, whatever that means for you. Let go of any control. Just let yourself be. Don't try to create the pose anymore. You have already created it. Just be. Staying in this pose, check in with your intention. And as we get deeper into the practice, I'm not going to be talking as much, so start getting acquainted with pain just with yourself. Try getting used to it, become more and more comfortable with it. How does it feel? If you're using a block or any other prop like I'm doing right now, remove the knees from it. And you're going to lean forward and circle out your ankles, letting go of that stretch. Good. And then we're going to find stillness. Do a couple of cat-cows at your own pace on your own, just to kind of feel it. Beautiful job. And then from there, we're going to bring the knees together and sit back on the heels. Just sit back comfortably. Really, it's not the pose yet. We're just setting up. We're preparing ourselves for the next one. And from there, drop the hips over to the left and bring the knees to face the right side of the room. Your thighs are going to be absolutely parallel to the front edge of the mat. And this is where you're going to start walking the hands towards the front of the mat. Bring the right ear down to the floor. And you can either keep the hands close to your ears, framing your head, or you can intensify this pose by straightening the arms out to the sides. Now here's the thing, this is just a regular belly twist, but because you're on your belly, you're going to feel it quite a lot in your neck. But knowing that the pose is safe, knowing that you're good, can you relax the body and try to find stillness? There's no need to move. Just being here. See if you can take another mental body scan, staying in this pose. And maybe there's something else you can let go of. What is it that you are tensing up right now that you do not need? What is it that you can leave on your mat, not needing it after you have finished the practice and go into your day? And maybe you haven't found anything like that yet, and that would be okay as well. But just in case that have come up already, every single exhale is there for you to let go of it.
And we're gonna keep the right ear down, nothing changes there. Straighten the legs all the way back behind you. And then keep the right arm outside the mat. Keep it in line with your right ear. Slide your left hand underneath the left shoulder. That's the hand that you're looking at. And roll yourself on top of your right arm. You might just stop right here, just a little bit rolling on the side, and that might be enough. If you need a bit more, scooch the hips closer to the edge of the mat, the one that you're looking at, and roll yourself a bit more on your back. I like to bend the left knee and step it behind the right foot. If that feels good, if that feels right, you can do that. But try to keep the head down, the right ear stays down. And we're going to hold it here, opening the right shoulder. You'll start feeling your chest, the front of the right shoulder, all that good stuff. We have about 3 more breaths here. We're not changing much here. If one of the legs or both legs are bent, you're going to straighten them all the way back behind you. As you're rolling back on your belly, and the process, reach the left arm all the way forward. Lift the chest up a little bit. We're going to bring the right arm underneath the right arm, the left armpit, coming into your shoulder stretch. It's going to be very tempting to roll on the right side right away. Don't do it. Bring the left hand next to your left hip. The right ear goes down to the floor. Maybe the forehead goes down to the floor. And again, make sure the right shoulder doesn't drop much lower than the left. If you need a bit more out of the stretch, you can slide the right knee hip height. It's going to go out to the side if it makes any sense. It's just like a half frog or something along those lines. Just make sure it's your right leg, not the left, because the left is going to get you right out of the pose. And this is where we get to that triceps, the back of the shoulder. You'll feel a bit of the upper back here. All the stretches are safe, so you can let go. Check in with your breath, with your intention. Possibly another mental body scan. staying absolutely present on the mat. And if you've added the right knee like I've done, you're going to slide it down. And to not overthink this transition, you're just going to roll on your back. Roll on your back, scoot yourself back to the center of the mat. And you're going to bring the right knee into your chest when you feel ready. Don't let it get to you. You'll face the back of the room, or what used to be the back of the room. That's okay. And this is where you'll reach for your strap. If you haven't created a loop yet, this is your time. Just create a big loop out of your strap. And we're going to place one side of that loop around the ball of the right leg. Straighten the right leg and then bring the other side around your head just above the ears. You don't necessarily need to have a small loop here, right? Make sure the head is lifted off the mat, just a couple of inches at least, and this should do the trick. And once you get there, just let yourself rest in this pose. Now this pose is called hammock. That should give you an idea of how it should look. I always encourage you to keep your eyes closed for as long as you can in this practice. Don't let the sight of anything distract you. Focus on the sensations, on the emotions, on yourself, on getting to know yourself today. This is why you're on the mat. Embrace that. One more breath here. Now we're going to bring the hands to the strap and remove the strap from the head first. Lower the head back down to the floor and then bend your knee. Give your knee a nice loving hug here. Toss the strap aside, you won't really need it. And then you can let go of the leg and we're going to lift the upper body a little bit grab your block and place the block a little lower than the shoulder blades. I like the second height here. If you want, you can keep it at the second or bring it a little lower. And then you can let your head drop down, either floor or just hang heavy, or maybe you're bringing it on another prop. I always encourage you to be very gentle with yourself. So if it hurts your neck to just let the head hang, then definitely prop it is. And then once you've found your back bend, if you want an extra layer to that, you can bring the soles of the feet together and drop the knees down at the sides. We're not doing too much for the lower body in this practice, so it's a good addition to the lower body, the hip stretch. If that's what you're looking for, go for it. As always, once you've found your spot on the mat, once you've found your pose, you're going to let go. We're controlling the setup in this practice. But once you set up the pose, that's when the work begins. That's when you're letting go of any control you might have over the pose, over the practice, over your body. And you're starting to trust the process, the practice, the body to do the work. And I would say, if nothing else, just be curious how that's going to turn out. Because we're relying on ourselves anyways the entire day, our whole life, for making things happen. So let's see what's going to happen when we're just being. And this practice is a great way to start. Now we're going to keep the legs exactly as they are, especially if you already have them in the Baddha Konasana and the soles of the feet together and then knees out to the sides. We're just going to use the arms to lift ourselves all the way up to seated. Once you get there, you can grab your block and place it in front of you and simply drape the body over your legs here. Regular Baddha Konasana, the seated version of it, I like to just hang heavy. And you can use the props or you can just let your head drop. That's going to be completely up to you. Take the first couple of moments of this pose to set up. Adjust. Yes, you're facing the other way, but that's okay. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it distract you. Simply move with the flow. Once you've found your spot on the mat, you're letting go again. Always finding that balance. Or rather, we're balancing out the rest 23 hours in a day that we're pushing, pulling, working, making things happen. How does it feel to let yourself just be? We have about 3 more breaths in this pose. Knowing that, what can you do here? And the next inhale, you're going to walk the hands back up. You're going to roll yourself back up to seated, and then grab your ankles and maybe do a couple of cat-cows if that feels good. Just moving the upper body around a little bit. Good, and we're going to find stillness. Get facing the back of the room, cross at the ankles, roll over your knees, and you're going to come into your tabletop. Adjust the tabletop just for a quick second, and then bring the knees together. Separate the heels, and you can place the block between your heels just to test it out. We're going to go into quads. These are huge muscles, lots of muscles as well, so maybe this is where you feel it. If you're not feeling it sitting on the block or a bolster, then maybe sit low or coming down on the floor. And again, maybe that's where you feel it. And then if that's still not enough, that's when you can start leaning back. But just make sure you're not leaning back if you're sitting on any props, elevating your hips. And then if you're leaning back, you're going only to the point where it doesn't, first of all, it doesn't hurt, obviously. And second of all, the knees are staying together and they're staying on the ground. Take your time as always, find the spot, wiggle around. And then when you feel ready to hold, just do that. Nothing active, very, very passive practice. Very loving practice. There's really nothing else like it. And if you're laying down like I'm doing right now, you're going to start lifting yourself back up to seated. And then from seated, we're all going to lean forward and come into our tabletop and just straighten one leg back at a time, getting the blood flow back in. Take your time. As always, getting out of this pose is harder than getting in. I know that. I'm with you on this one. Good. And we're going to find stillness. We're going to comfortably sit back on our heels. Don't overthink it. Just sit back. And then you're going to drop the hips over to the right and send the knees over to the left. Your thighs are going to face what used to be the back edge of the mat. Now it's on your front. A bit confusing, but you can do it. And we're going to walk the hands all the way in front of us and lower the left ear down to the floor. And once the left ear is down, you have options. You can keep the hands frame in your head, and that's going to make it a little bit less intense. If you want to intensify it, you can straighten the arms out into a T. So essentially, again, this is just a simply deep belly twist, just like you usually do on your back, except for because the gravity is working for us, the weight of your body is working for us, you'll feel it quite a lot in your neck here. But knowing that the stretch is completely safe, do not overthink it, and melt down into the ground fiercely. And then if the arms are not straight yet, straighten them out just for a second here. And we're going to slide the legs all the way back behind us, transitioning into the next pose. The hand that you're looking at, that's your right hand, you're going to slide it underneath your right shoulder. Left arm is staying exactly where it is in line with the left ear. And roll yourself on your back. Not even on your back, just roll on the side of your body, and that might be enough. You might already feel the front of your left shoulder. If that's the case, you're staying here. If you need a bit more, you're going to push the hips forward, right where you're looking, to create a bigger angle between your body and your arm. And then maybe you bend one or both legs and step the feet down on the floor. I usually like to do just one foot down, sometimes two, but my left shoulder is not that good today, so I'm just going to stay at one. If you're with me, then the right foot goes behind the left. If you're going further, the left foot steps down on the floor as well, and then maybe both legs are staying straight. Why not? Your right hand stays down on the floor, no pressure there, no pushing, no pulling, just being. And your head is staying down on the ground as well, creating that opening in the neck, that release in the neck. That will feel really, really good right now. Find your space on the mat. And let yourself hold it. Being, feeling. have just about 3 more deep breaths here. And then if one or both legs are bent, straighten them out. And you're going to slowly roll back on your belly and reach the right arm all the way forward. You're going to lift the chest up just a couple of inches and then bring the left arm underneath the right armpit. Straighten the left arm all the way to the right. Lower the left ear down or maybe your forehead down. Make sure you're not dropping too far on your left shoulder. And then relax the right arm next to your right side body. If that's enough and you feel it in your left shoulder already, then you're staying here. If you need more, you can slide your left knee all the way out to the side, bringing the knee hip height just like you would for a half frog if that was ever a pose. But that should feel pretty good. Just make sure it's not your right side, it's not your right leg. The right is going to get you straight out of the pose, not looking for that. Let the body be heavy on the ground. If at any point you start feeling tingling sensation in the left arm, know that it is perfectly fine. Soon enough, we'll let the blood flow freely in that arm again. Trust the process. Trust this practice. Check in with yourself. Is there any way you can relax a little bit more right now? And if you've added your left knee, you're going to slide it back down. We're simply going to roll on our backs. Don't overthink it, just roll on the back. If you need to scoot yourself back to the center of the mat, go for it. And this is where you'll reach for your strap one more time. Squeeze the left knee into your chest. Give the left knee a nice loving hug. Then you're going to bring the strap around the ball of your left foot and start pulling the knee. Not pulling the knee, don't pull the knee anywhere. And bring the strap around the ball of your left foot. Well, I'm struggling with this one. And straighten the leg. Bring your head up and place the strap around the ball around your head just above the ears. Keep your head lifted, or rather the strap is going to keep it lifted. You don't really have to do a thing. But if the head is on the floor, you know that you need to tighten the strap a little bit. And once you've found your pose, you can let go, you can relax. the gravity, the strap, all that is working for you. Getting into the left hamstring. And we're in the final minute of this pose. And then how much heavier can you make your body here? How much softer can you make your body here? And from here, bring the hands to your strap. Remove it from your head first. Lower the head down to the floor and then bend your knee. You're going to toss the strap aside. You won't really need it. And reach for your block one more time. You're going to bend both knees, lift the hips up, and place the block a little lower than the big arch in your back. So you're going to place it underneath your tailbone, and from there you can straighten the legs, creating more space in your hip flexors. Close your eyes. It's a very restorative pose. Should feel really, really good. One more chance in this practice to check in with yourself. Take that mental body scan and see if there's anything else, anything left that you no longer need when you leave your mat today. And if you find something like that, every exhale is there for you to let it go. Creating more and more space with your inhales. And then exhales, just let it go. And if you want to stay a little bit longer in this posture, you totally can. It's a beautiful, beautiful pose to be in. But if you feel like that's been enough for your practice, then you're going to bend your knees, remove the prop from underneath your tailbone, and lower all the way down to the floor, creating your final posture of the practice, your final Savasana, letting the body become very, very heavy on the ground. Let's take a deep inhale together. And exhale, let it go. Let this be enough for this practice, yogi. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through this practice, for seeing value in slowing down. I hope you enjoyed it. And from my heart to yours, I say namaste.